Right. Hi, my name is Asta again. So, right, I work, I'm a part of the women, okay, fine, to that off. So I'm part of the Women Disaster Reduction Platform. I work as a communication specialist and a researcher as well. So I've heard a lot, like some of the discussion points that I want to talk to is all being covered by people before me. So I really wanted to focus on some or certain aspect. One of them was education, like you said, like you've also said education is important, but at the same time about policy making and youth. I really wanted to emphasize the fact that we talk about climate change and youth and advocacy, but there's still a lot of space for young people to come in, especially for policy advocacy on climate change, because there was this research by Plan International, which was among students from 15 to 24 years, and what it found out was that young people, like around 86% of the youth from that research group, from the age group 15 to 24 globally, the global research, they found that 86% of young people have taken some form of action on climate change, but only 6% have been part of national or global policy processes such as the UN or the COP, for instance. An overwhelming 82% don't even know what the government is doing to tackle the crisis. So they also say that they have little or no knowledge or information about their country's climate policy, or nearly half of them don't even know what the Paris Agreement is. So you see there is a lot of space for young people to, there is a little gap in terms of education as well, because if you look at an educational curriculum, in terms of what they teach about climate change in school, it's mostly more about the individual basis, on a day-to-day basis of what you can do, like about or about reusing, or things like recycling. But they don't really teach about what are the frameworks that you have in place from the government level in terms of policies regarding climate change. So there is a lot of gap, and I think that the COP26, especially as a platform, I mean, you have to focus on. Sorry. So you need to focus on about this aspect about education, in terms of saying that the idea of climate change and resilience should be there, in terms of gender justice too. In terms of working in the community level, we heard a little bit about it from other participants as well, especially since I work in the disaster risk reduction management sector. I think that's really important to educate the community, and from the policy level, you need to really emphasize on communication, behavioral change communication related to climate change, so that people, even women, mostly women leaders, or probably women in the community, understand what climate change is from localized context, because it can change from different areas. So that is really important, as well as climate finance, economic opportunity, linking all the policies and plans that you have in place. It should be linked with livelihood, economic opportunities, all related to climate financing. And about organization, civic space, so strengthening civic space, the whole advocacy space is also very important. I think that's pretty much what I talk about. Thank you.